Hey guys, Mr. Gucci here, and I'm going to walk you through this mini lab slash activity sheet that we started today in class. And many people got most of the way through. Okay, so this is called the half-life of dicium. Dicium is a made-up element that's literally just dice. And what we're going to do is we are going to figure out what it means for a radioactive element to have a half-life. Now, as you recall from the notes today, which I've uploaded, a half-life is the amount of time that it takes for half of a radioactive isotope to break down. All right. And the weird thing is, it is a constant cumulative value. So if you have, say, 100 grams of radioactive cobalt, maybe in 5 days it cuts in half and there's only 50 grams left. Well, after another 5 days, half of that will remain. So half of 50 is 25. After another 5 days, half of that will remain. So half of 25 is 12 and a half, and so forth. The half-life is that interval of time that it takes to cut the amount of a radioactive substance in half, for half of it to break down and half to remain. And again, the interesting thing is it's a constant amount of time. It doesn't matter if you have 1 billion tons of cobalt or if you have 5 grams of cobalt. In 5 days' time, half of it will have broken down. And we're going to explore this today with our virtual dice rolling lab. So there is this new element called dicium, and there's 4 different isotopes of dicium. There's dicium 4, which is a 4-sided dice. There's dicium 6, which is a 6-sided dice, and then there's dicium 10, which is a 10-sided dice. And every time the dice rolls, if it turns up a 1, that radioactive isotope broke down. So let's do a sample here. Let's say I start with 40 of these 4-sided dice and I roll them. Okay, we'll take a look. Of these 40 dice, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 of them rolled the 1. So we would say that 9 of these dice broke down. They radioactively decayed. And so I would just say, okay, all right, so 40 minus 9, only 31 of these dice remain. And if I throw it again, if I roll it again, then more dice break down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 dice have broken down, leading to only 25 remaining, and so forth. And if I roll this again, well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 dice rolled a 1, 7 dice broke down, and so only 18 remain. So of the original 40 that we started rolling, after 3 rolls, less than half of them remained. Now, the interesting thing with D4 dice is it doesn't matter if I start with 40. It doesn't matter if I start with 20. It doesn't matter if I even start with 100. All right? After about 2 or 3 rolls, half of the dice will have broken down. Let's see here. Is this one going to go? This one going to go? Doesn't look like it. Too many dice. Too many dice. So let me try again. All right, refresh the screen. So in this lab, you're going to roll these virtual dice and you're going to record your results and you're going to find out how many rolls it takes to get to half of your original number. So let's look at the data table here, okay? So you got D4s, D6s, and D10s. And you're going to start with some number between 20 and 50. It should not affect your results. It should not make the lab go any longer than it otherwise would. But you want to go somewhere between 20 and 50. No lower than 20 and no more than 50, really, unless your computer can handle it, I guess. Okay, so I'm going to go with 50. Yeah, I'm going to do 50. Now I'm going to do 60. I'm going to do 60, even though you're not supposed to. You're supposed to do between 20 and 50. I'm going to do 60 so y'all can't copy me, okay? So here we go. Not that I'm saying you would, but let's not have any temptation. Okay, so I'm going to roll 60 D4s, and I'm going to see how long it takes to cut that number in half to 30, okay? So here I go. I'm going to roll 60 D4s. Here I go. Roll them. Of the 60, let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 of them broke down. All right. So now I have 52 remaining. I subtracted 8. And I record that. After one roll, 52 dice remain. Okay, and then I re-roll it. Here we go. So of these 52 dice, let's hear 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 dice rolled up as a 1. So I would subtract 13 from my answer. 52 minus 13 is 39. So I got 39 dice left. So I record that here. After 2 rolls, 39 dice remain. Okay, let me try again. 39 dice, roll 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. All right, 11 dice, which means 28 dice remain. 28 dice remain. And so again, it took 3 or so rolls to eliminate half of the dice. Maybe for some it'll be 2 rolls. For some people, it might get to 4. But for most people, it'll take 2 or 3 rolls to cut your number of D4 dice in half. Let me try the D6 now. I'm going to roll 60 D6 dice. By the way, fun story. When I first started doing this, I had told students to roll 100 dice. Let's hear 60 D6. I ended up freezing a whole bunch of the computers. Oopsie. Okay, let's see here. So these are 60 D6. On my first roll, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 of them turned up as a 1. So now instead of 60, I have 50 remaining. And I recorded 50 remaining. Okay, on to the next one. Okay, let's roll it again. So from this 50, let's see here. Now, come on, buddy. Stop wiggling. Let me roll it again. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 of these broke down. So now instead of 50, I have got 41. And I'm going to record it here. 41. All right. Roll again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 dice broke down. 6 dice rolled a 1. So now I have 35 remaining, and I'm going to record that 35. All right, and now I roll again. Go, here we go. Now 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 dice broke down, so I'm at 31. I'm so close. I want to get to half of my starting amount, so I got to get to 30. It's probably going to happen in the next roll. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 of them. All right, so now I'm down to 26. Okay, so in this case, it took me about 5 rolls 5 rolls to cut the D6 in half. And that's probably you're going to encounter too. Somewhere between 4 and 5 rolls is what it'll take to get to half of your starting number of D60 dice or D6 dice. Okay, so on to the last one. Let's do D10. Here I go. All right, so I'm going to do 60 D10s. Let's hope I don't freeze my computer. Let's see what happens. Okay, 60 D10s. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Ah, okay, here we go. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 dice rolled ones. So now I have 55 remaining, and I'm going to record that. After 1 roll, 55 remain. Okay, it should hopefully go quicker every time I roll as I'm eliminating more and more dice. Let's see. Again, you might, this is why I set the limit to 50 for all y'all, all right, because your school-based computers aren't even this good. Let's hear. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 dice rolled 1. So now I'm at 49 dice remaining. Okay, 49 dice remaining. Okay, and I continue. I roll again. Should go quicker now as I start to eliminate these dice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 dice. Okay, 7 dice are eliminated, so that means we've got 42 left. All right. And you're back like, Mr. Gucci, I noticed that every roll, more and more dice are being eliminated. Like first it was 5, then 6, then 7. That is entirely random. Okay, it's going to be different for every single person. Okay, so now let's see here. After 3 rolls, we're at 42. Let's roll again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 were eliminated. So now instead of 42, we are at 36. Okay, so let's see here. 36. Zero. Make sure I got this math right. Let's see here. Double checking. 60 minus 5 minus 6 minus 7 minus 6. Okay, cool, 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 cool. All right, the D10, let's take a look. Let's take a look. Let's roll 36 of them. Throw, here we go. How many? 1, 2, 3. Only 3 this time. Again, it's different for every single person. So now 33 remain. Okay, let me roll again. Let me roll another time. Here we go. Only 33 remain. Look for these ones. Look for these ones. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3. 3. Okay. Well, that brings us down to 30. So for the D10, it took us 6 rolls to cut that number in half. And that's what you all should see. 6 or maybe 7. 6 or 7, probably around there. Okay. Now that I've got this data, I am going to go into the Dicium results. I'm going to put my name. My name's Dave. All right. And if I was working with someone, then maybe I shared Dave and Newt. Yeah, Newt helped me. He gave me the moral support. All right. If you shared data with someone, make sure you input that as well. Okay. So, period 3. How many D4 dice did I start with? I started with 60. How many rolls did it take to eliminate half of them? It took 3 rolls. All right. Oh, see, I put a little thing in here that won't let me enter 60 because it has to be between 20 and 50. All right. Let's say that I rolled 50 instead. Okay. It took 3 rolls. All right. How many of these D6 dice did you start with? I started with 60. I'm just gonna put 60 because I'm not gonna actually submit this. All right. 60. All right. And the D6 took 5 rolls. Cool. All right. How many D10s did you start with? 60. Okay. How many rolls did it take to eliminate half? It took 6 rolls. 6 rolls. Okay. And then you would submit your results. Submit. Now, it won't let me because I'm outside of the scope of numbers allowed here. Okay. But you would then submit your results. Okay. So what next? Well, then you would go down here and you would answer these analysis questions. Okay. Your homework is to do numbers 1 through 5. Numbers, because we didn't have a lot of time in class, number 6, number 7, number 8, and number 9, and the bonus. These are all bonus questions. If you do these, I'll give you some bonus points. This is a 15-point lab. All right. 10 points for gathering the data, 5 points for getting the questions here. Okay. Or some breakdown like that. You can get up to 5 extra points for doing those bonus questions. All right. Up to you. Okay, guys. So that's pretty much it. I hope this video was helpful. I wish you all a good luck and a happy Thanksgiving.